That's perfect. You're
So-
perfect.
You're perfect.
Yeah.
Today, I realised that in the heat of the 36 degrees, do you like the top layer of the car? So you've got your steering wheel, and then you've got like the dash, and like the top cover of the dash, where it's like fake leather, like plastic that like covers it.
Pleather.
Sure. My car, it's like peeled up, and there's bubbles there where like the glue in the heat has melted, and it's like me. I was like,
Bubbles, darling.
call me bubbles, darling.
Yeah,
Everybody
darling.
does.
What's
Rubbish.
what is Alcantara? You know Alcantara that they have on cars?
Fancy
What's
leather.
the difference between that and normal like suede?
I don't actually know.
Isn't it fancy
Probably
leather?
just a manufactured version, I'm guessing, instead of
Is it?
actual animal.
Is it
Named
like
after a
like
fantastic footballer.
a patented version, patent leather. If you'll pardon the pun.
Remember that goal that he scored in the Champions League?
Who? Thiago Alcantara.
Like the backspin.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was like a little. That was like a FIFA goal, that, wasn't it?
Been any real bangers in the World Cup? There's been, I think there was one today where I can't remember what team it was.
Joe Hart nailed that though. When Joe Hart turned around and just went like, it's because the ball's a little bit faster, so keepers like letting in goals that look good but actually aren't that good. It's like Mbappe scored one where he was like reaching for it and it still went in the top corner. I was a bit like,
Well, it was against the old Chelsea keeper.
Mendy.
Yeah.
How do I
Yeah,
know
it
that?
was.
You don't.
brain's
Disappointing.
Who's going to be
working out
top
very
goal
well.
scorer, do you reckon? Mbappe.
Messi. Messi or
Messi.
Mbappe.
Messi, I go with. Which,
Do you reckon he can keep it up?
yeah. Well, he is. I think that's the point. It feels
depends who he's
looks
with.
fresh.
If you believe the rumours.
Ronaldo had a bit of relief, didn't he, when he got that goal the other day?
Did he?
What about the hat trick?
Did he have a consensual relief or?
I hope. for all
Welcome
our sakes.
to.
Can't wait for Pokemon reveal time. Have you got them ready, Dan?
Yeah, they're here. Shall I go
Let's
through?
go, am I hosting this? Yeah, sorry, I've not
Yeah,
done
you
a
are. Yeah,
good
host
job
away.
so far. Welcome back to Casual Mode. I'm joined by Dan and Karl this week. Back. It's so good to have you back, gents.
Back
It's
once
been so
again
long,
with the
guys.
ill
I did enjoy the Nate episode though. I
You know what?
made
It
my
was
way the
alright,
entire
that.
way through it, which I never listened to anyone else's podcast. So you should be like, that is legitimately not that important.
Not even
But
the Tom Brady one I told you to listen to the other day.
I've watched most of that.
What,
Swears a
the
lot.
Gary Neville one?
Stick to football. Yeah.
Good that. Yeah.
It was actually I loved it. I
Do
loved
you know
it.
what I've been really, really enjoying? And it pains me to say it. I guess it doesn't pay me to say it
Anal.
that much. But the
Well done, Dan.
that's for the
For the
That's
lads.
for after the pod, yeah. But the one with Paddy McGuinness, Paul Scholes, and Nicky Butt. It's so funny that, you know. Honestly, it's hilarious.
It's not The Last Stand or something.
Good, the bad, and the football. Yeah, but they did one the other day where because Paul Scholes has got a steamed egg maker or something, and they did one where they both made boiled eggs with it, and like they had a competition so you could make better boiled eggs. It was fucking hilarious.
Who won?
Paul Scholes' boiled egg machine. It was excellent.
Paul
Excellent.
Scholes is the type of stoic that Roy Keane wishes he was.
Yeah.
He's like
He's like-
legitimate stoic. Like
It's like Carl Pilkington-esque stuff that he comes out with, but it's like, you know what? Yeah.
it's more the one where he's like talking about because his kid's autistic and non-verbal,
Yeah.
and like you genuinely see him get upset, and I'm like, oh, that's getting me upset because it's Paul Scholes who never gets upset. I was like, bloody
Yeah.
hell.
Well, he
He
was on that documentary that Paddy McGuinness made, wasn't he? Because Paddy McGuinness's kids
Yeah.
have got autism as well, and it was dead interesting.
It is super
Um,
interesting. So is
but-
the Wrexham player, was Wrexham player,
Paul Mallon.
Paul Mullins.
Mullins.
I saw him in Flip Out in Aintree and said, Paul, appreciated what you said on the episode about your son.
Yeah, get the fuck away from me.
Did he reply?
Yeah, he was dead polite. No, he was dead polite. He was just dead nervous. He just didn't want to speak. He was, oh, thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate that.
Nervous meeting the
Telematics director.
Creator-
He'd been
the creator of
watching.
Dead Good
He'd been
Cards.
watching.
Yeah.
Switch Island. He'd been watching
Sauce mate,
like, casual mode,
Are you from Germany?
cross players. Excuse me. Are you on company's house?
I've just googled Flip Out. Are you on about that trampoline place? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you did a
It's a death trap.
The
like.
reason he was shy is because you did a jumping front flip into him as you were.
I did do that. Yeah, like,
2-footed tackle.
you did one of those Rey Mysterio, the Rey Mysterio one where he gets the legs around the head and then like flips back around. What's that called?
It was the awkward thing where because it was literally, when was it? It was either the day before half term or half term, but it was like an inset day, so only a couple of schools were out. So Jesse's was out, and it was like deathly quiet in Flip Out. We were on like the first appointment. And it was that awkward thing, where you see someone in Tesco and then all the way around Tesco you see them like 5 times. Like,
Yeah.
it was like that round Flip Out, but like bouncing after our kids. Like, I was like, Paul Mullen again. Yeah, said something nice in the queue. He's like, well,
He accidentally lands on you in the foam pit or something like
and then
that.
just start cuddling. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice if?
Yeah.
Want to see these cards?
Show me these cards, yeah. Show me.
You going first, Dan?
I'll set it
Let's
up.
see Dan
Set it
Ward's
up.
card.
Who's going first?
Carl, set it up. Set
I've
up
got,
the.
I've got my own cards. What you got? You doing your cards?
Well, these are the business cards,
Right. Well,
not
what
you
about-
just buying stuff.
This is future stock.
This is stuff that you
Future
buy when you're
sale.
pissed because you don't go on Whatnot anymore, and you've translated that now to actually buying good cards.
So Dan said to me that I need to stop buying stuff on Whatnot and actually just going to buy cards that we can sell. So I went, okay, well I'll buy slabs that are a minimum of 100 quid. Seems like a reasonable thing to do, and I do that now, and he still gives me
For the average
crap for it.
person, no. In your position, yeah, I'd say yeah.
No, but we're going to sell them, so it doesn't matter. You spend the money now, fine, but we sell them for more, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so we submitted how many cards? Quite a few cards to Ace.
Let's go about 10.
About 11, I think. But we bought this many, and we basically got most of these at shows. Some Karl actually did get from Vinted as well.
Yeah.
Worthwhile saying.
What's Vinted like as a store?
50-50.
Things getting shipped in.
Some things we've got. Dan has looked at and just gone, Karl, why have you bought this? Including one card this week that was fake, but some of them were real, and some got a
shipped
10.
in a Chicago Town pizza box and stuff like that.
No, it's way worse than that. They come in and just
That'd
like
be
there's
right,
no like grainy effect at all, and it's just fake as anything. But basically, the point we were trying to make is that, or the point we were concerned about when we started Deco cards was that we were going to get cards at shows, think they're gradable at shows, grade them, and they'd be terrible. So this submission that we did to Ace is the first that we've done with like our stock. So we were like, there's some bangers in there, as in like big cards, and we were like, okay, we're buying this big card. We spent how much on that Charizard from 151? Like
240.
240 quid.
Really?
So we were like grading that, but the upside is like insane.
But the reason so the cards that when Dan takes the cards in, obviously he's looking straight away to see, does he think they're going to 10? Does he not? Not that we're going to say no necessarily, but it's good to know, isn't it? But then the cards that we've sent to Ace, we don't think they're going to get a 10 in a PSA. And to be fair, everything that we did get a 10 in wasn't like a 10 with perfect subgrades. So actually, it proves really that even the fantastic cards that we had that we knew weren't definitely perfect, we were right about that. I say we, it wasn't me, it was Dan. So that's positive because we've also sent cards to PSA, which will take a little bit of time to come back.
So if you've got, I guess it's probably not on average, but what would you say the average price gap would be between a PSA 10 and an Ace 10?
Depends.
40%.
Really?
Yeah.
That's.
But it can differ. Yeah, you're right.
Some cards, it's double the price for a PSA 10 rather than an Ace 10.
That's what I mean. So on average, like I'd say
Right.
30, 40. Based on that.
Would you say it's double on the most popular mainstream cards? It's like a base set
I think
Charizard,
it's
for
closer.
instance. PSA 10 would be worth
Base
a lot
10.
more than an Ace, I'd imagine.
Recency bias a bit on some cards. So like if you get an Ace, so like the Pikachu's a really good example. So that
Pikachu.
one we like, the Trikachu.
That's your bingos, guys.
There we go. So that one in
While
an
there,
Ace.
Karl, bring the mic closer to your...
Sorry, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Thank you, host.
How far away
So
are they?
that in an Ace 10 is like one, well, I think it's gone down a bit, like 1, 2, 1, 3. But in a PSA 10, it was like 2,400 quid. So I think the gap's larger when cards first hit a bit of a peak.
The
So that's from the recent set, well, one of the recent sets.
the Mega Charizard XEX that I got 3 of. A PSA 10 in that is 960, and Ace 10 is 1,700.
Brat Summer.
all the way around.
PSA 10's 1,700.
Mm-hmm.
Did I
That
say
could be
the
an
way?
Ace 10, is it?
Did I say the wrong way around?
Yeah.
Ace 10. Okay, Ace 10's 950.
Had one job. Anyway, so the cards that we got. So here's
Got
the,
like
the
4.
rubbish ones back. So, well, I say rubbish. Great cards, but
Great
terrible
card.
grade. A lot
Great
of them.
card.
A lot of them we got down on surface and edges. So that's something we need to be a little bit more attentive to. So
What, you're just flinging them around like Remy LeBeau at the convention?
I think it's more the case that a lot of the cards that people give now, everyone's wise to put stuff. Such a cool card. Everyone's wise to kind of put things in sleeves and top loaders straight away, even kids. So it's not like in our day where they were just getting lashed around like Gambit.
What are you doing if you hand someone a card to have a look at and they slide it out of the sleeve and or top loader without asking you first? Because I saw a reel about that and the guy kind of.
I don't care. If somebody did that, I think it's impolite. But yeah, I've saw that reel as well, like the American guy, and he boots off and then the guy just goes, okay, don't worry about it then. Don't worry about the deal. But I agree, the vendor probably shouldn't have done that. And he's going, oh, we high-end cards all the time. But anyway, so next batch, these are the 9s that we got back.
Len Goodman.
So what? I'm right on 9.
That's very nice.
So all these cards are kind of like pretty much worth what they are raw.
It's a cool card. That was really. I think I got that for like £6.
I actually think you should keep that because it's just cool on the slab anyway.
True. That was cheap on Vinted.
It's really, really cool. But it's £150 card, isn't it?
Yeah.
Raw, and I think it was still worth something as a 9.
It was 160 in an ace 10. Sorry, in an ace 9, and it was 120 raw. That's
the first
40
10
quid.
that we got. These ones are all over the shop. Came from the promo box.
That continual gradient on the actual.
The card art at the top.
Really, like a card like that, it looks so much better.
Yeah, totally agree.
And then on Pika, nice card. Came back as a 10.
Not a big fan of the can't even remember what it's called. What's it called? The big terrestrializing.
Yeah,
not a big fan of that. Yeah.
This one.
So there's a great story behind that because like when we were vending, there was a young lad who was going around trying to trade up all the time to get to Dan's Charizard, the gold version of it.
Mega Charizard XEX.
Yeah. And so the lad brought that card as like one of the final cards he managed to trade up to, and we looked at it and just went fair dues. And then Dan went, that might actually 10, and he did. Brilliant.
Did 10. Happy with that.
That kid's clenching his fists watching this, do you reckon?
Nah, I'd be happy. That was for £50.
So very cool card.
That's nice.
And then the one we were referring to.
What Pokemon is it? Shit. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So that's the 151
nice.
Charizard.
But
so
the annoying thing is, sorry, go on.
Okay, so how much do we pay and how much is it worth?
We paid 240. It's £300 raw. Now it's worth £709 in an ace 10. But the annoying thing is that card.
How long ago was that you get sent off?
Ace is rapid, so it only took us maybe 2.5 weeks when they reopened.
Yeah.
Has it gone up in that time frame, or that was what it was potentially originally?
What, the value of the card?
I think it's similar.
Yeah.
Pretty similar. I think it was maybe high 600s, but it's gone up into 700. But the
5-1.
We're very happy. I'd say anyone considering grading with Ace, it's definitely worthwhile if centering is 60-40. The only thing that I'd say, I'm still getting my head around surface damage, because that's something I'm not particularly good at recognizing. So I'm using lights to try and figure out if there is surface damage, but that's the one thing that we kind of got marked down on with those 9s and 8s.
They use like a microscope type shit, don't they?
I've got one. I've got like a jeweler's loop, which I've been using. And like I said, that is good at seeing things, and you can see some imperfections on it. But as an example, if it's a card like the Pikachu's a good one, where there's so much art going on. If there's anything on that surface, like a tiny little bump, anything, well, actually, I can give you an example of a card that has got some service issue. It's this Umbreon will get marked down with it. You can't tell because the camera won't focus.
Yeah.
There is an ever so slight bump on one of the dots on the bottom. And it's one of those things that I just noticed it out the corner of my eye. And I was like, oh God, I can't send that for grading because that will not come back as 10. But yeah, it's live and learn. And it's good to do a bit of trial and error. And Ace isn't as expensive as PSA. So yeah, there you go.
Very nice. Talk to me about this new set coming out, this 30th anniversary set. We've got the Intergalactic Extraterrestrial Rarity, the new rarity on the Mew and Mewtwo cards. What are we thinking about that, gents?
I thought you were going to break into the Beastie Boys then. Look, in terms of celebration sets, they're usually a bit of a death rattle for like the Pokemon balloon expanding and then going back down again, which is probably not a terrible thing. If you don't take business advice from me, but if you've got any big, recent, let's say, relatively new set cards that are at a very high price at this point, I'd probably sell them, because I do think towards the end of the year, when the 30th set comes and Christmas starts to hit, which is always traditional tough time for Pokemon value or investing, if you want to call it that, the best thing to do is probably get rid of those cards. But back on the 30th set, the set looks like a banger. There's a shed loads of different Pikachus.
30, isn't there, with all different illustrators, which is really cool.
Including one where a Pikachu is getting its face stuck in the banisters of stairs, which I was like, I'm definitely getting that card.
Stepmommy, no.
No, stepmommy, no. Don't do it now. Why do we keep getting stuck? And then there's like the mega, whatever you called it, the Mewtwo and a Mew, is it? Or whatever, Pikachu one, which looked terrible. I don't really like the look of those cards. I'll probably chase them when they come out. Just, they're different and the textures look great. So that's one of the only things I would say. Like, the texture side of things is fantastic, but there's also some bangers in there. So there's the Zekrom and Pikachu, which won the tag team. So that's been redone, albeit with a 30th logo on it. Trying to think what other ones. There's Lapras with a load of Pokemon on its back. That looks absolutely fantastic. So yeah, there's some really, really cool arts in that set. I just think it usually is one where people tap out and go, right, I've got the celebration set. I'll go into hibernation now. I've spent enough on Pokemon. I'll see you again in 5 years. So yeah.
That's doom and gloom.
I think it's not doom and gloom. It's just a correction.
Do you want to see my purchases?
Yeah, go on.
You've seen them, so it's not really for you. So first, I've got the Espeon EX in a 10.
Nice. Like the bumper on it.
It came with it. To be fair, I don't know which brand it was. Don't know if it's a Grail card. Doubt it.
It's on the side.
If you get, that's like a what's it called? Is it a premium ball, the white one? I can't remember that.
Yeah, premium ball. It's the one
It's
that
like
you get.
if you get 10 cards graded, you'll get a free.
Sick as that. How sick
My
is that?
Jolteons are
It's
very
such
cool.
a good
That's
card.
cool.
Is that Evolving Skies?
It's a Black Star promo from Sun Shield. I don't know if it's Evolving Skies or not. I just think that's fucking... And also, look at the art at the top. Like, it's just so good.
Yeah.
It's a really cool card.
The guy who sold it had it in, like, a blue and light blue border, like, the guard. It just looked amazing. The guy didn't give it to me when he sold it, which is annoying, but we'll just crack on with life.
Very cool card. You can get a jumbo version of that one as well. Is it the VMAX?
Yes.
Do jumbo cards go for any money? I've got a jumbo Blastoise EX somewhere at home. I'll give you it.
I don't.
I
think
hate them.
I've got a heap of them, and the kids love them because they're pretty robust and durable, and usually they've got like lenticular effects on them, which are pretty cool. I don't particularly think they go for much, but like I said, they're still fun to have.
The lenticular ones are cool. I've got like a Mega Meganium one. Did you give me that?
I think so, or at least I got the box when the Ascended set came out.
Yeah.
Blastoise EX from XY Generations. That promo card. Charizard. 140 quid.
Hello.
There you go. Look,
It's just
Ethan, do you want to be dealt in as a partner in our business?
Well, I
I've
actually
got one card to contribute.
every now and again I'll stay up till silly hours of the morning on eBay just looking at like Phantom Menace toothbrushes and stuff like that, just for fun. And I was looking at Star Wars Tactics, which I don't know if anyone remembers this. These little figurine things where you could play like a little. It's basically like baby's first war game.
It was like baby's first Sabutio as well with Star Wars characters.
You can buy booster packs of those on eBay for $11.99. So I was thinking of sitting you both down
next night out.
I regret saying it because you're going to end up buying like a case now.
That's what happens when you have disposable income and like stupid hobbies. Like,
problem is that it's like Star Wars Unlimited. I'm buying Lawless Time packs because you can get Sebulba in there, so I'm trying to get Sebulba.
Sebulba.
None of the cards are worth it. Not that I would sell them anyway, but none of the cards are worth any money. But you get a bit of a thrill when you pull a Rhodian pod racer engineer out of a pack or something. Oh well. Any more card? There wasn't it. There's not any more card stuff, is there? Got
a couple of shows coming up. You want me to quickly reel through them? So we've got.
Also, I meant to ask you about you've started doing the content stuff on Instagram for Dego cards. Well, that was really good. That video.
Thanks,
yourself down.
It's a bit slow. I do. It's more
talking on camera, but you're a natural. You're like a.
He's good, isn't he? He's
annoyingly
good.
A side duck to water, or a gold duck to water, I guess.
Bit of both.
Yeah.
Although I remember that time when Golduck started flirting with women.
I
in
don't
the
remember that
anime.
episode.
Good episode. Yeah, it's that part's fine. I think the editing part is what grinds me out a bit because I'm just having to like listen to myself say stupid stuff. But I recognize when I've been recording, I've stopped myself quite a few times from saying corny things. But I'm getting look, it'll take time, and I want to get the videos a bit shorter because they've been like 2 minutes. Then the last one was a minute and a half. I've got maybe 4 recorded that I just need to like work on and then keep on trying. But yeah, thank you. And then, so shows coming up. I don't know if you've got Time Tree open at all.
Get it up.
With that, can you? Okay, all right, mate. We're all mates. By the way, this breeze is absolutely fantastic. So
Look at you. I've got no breeze.
For a breeze.
My conservatory is still roasting. Time Tree. Yeah, got it open.
Next one I know is 25th
Henry
of
Cup,
July,
Pride
which
of
is...
Place.
What?
Henri Cup, Pride of Place. Just proudly registered the Henri Cup in the backdrop there.
Oh, I could do that. And then...
Yeah.
So yeah, 25th is New Brighton. Your birthday's on the 27th.
Yeah, I remembered. And then we're on holiday on the 28th.
It's on that calendar. I would never know. Then Anime Bazaar on the 9th.
Mm-hmm. That's in the liner. Actually, Ethan, you could help us with that one. That would be quite fun. The anime one.
The line in town.
Yeah.
The one in New Brighton I was looking at. I'll come to any of them if I'm free.
Any of them you want at all, come and free and come and help. Would be a lot of fun. And what are the other ones?
Box Park on the 25th again for the second version of Archives.
Archives 2, yeah.
Southport's on the 29th. August is busy, isn't it? Bloody hell! Like a full-time job. This.
I know.
We're gonna have to get additional stock. We're not gonna have anything to sell.
So I think we'll be okay.
I think we will be.
I think at some point we're going to be sat.
We too.
I think at some point we're going to be sat on a couple of grand and be like, yeah, we need to buy some stuff now. It's just like, okay.
Well, no, we can just take that then into our bank accounts, and then we can go.
Well, no, yeah, we should do that at some point.
Money.
But also at some point we're probably going to have to be like, oh, we need some like real decent products here because we've got quite a bit. Okay, so yeah, thank you for that, Ethan. Let us get that out of the way. You've got game stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, we could just go straight into GTA 6, I guess. That's the word on the street. Everyone's up. I guess quickly, actually, happy Star Fox release day to any
you picked it up as well, you sly dog, Foss.
Got it, yeah. I played the demo. Really enjoyed it. It was my first time using the mouse control stuff as well, which works really well, and it's quite seamless as well as it is with the other games where you just pick it up and it transitions back into the controller, etc. Just opened it up before when I got in, but I've not had the chance to play it yet, so I'll probably speak a little bit more about that next time we record. But yeah, happy Star Fox Day to all that celebrate. It's a sunny day outside, so what better way to celebrate than to pull down those blinds and enjoy Star Fox in any way. I also forgot that you could plug in any webcam into the Switch. You don't have to buy the specific one, so I'm gonna have to find my fucking. Not for the benefit of the video quality for this podcast, but I'm gonna have to find my webcam so that I can play around with those fairies on camera when you can you can inhabit the form of Slippy the Toad or whatever. But yeah, that's a thing. Star Fox. GTA 6 though is the big thing on everyone's lips, isn't it?
Not true. No, not true. Because also on Switch 2 yesterday, Devil May Cry 5 came out.
Did it?
Yeah.
Really?
It's been out for ages. I want Switch 2.
On Switch 2. And it looks phenomenal. But carry on. GTA, I know.
You're gonna get it.
I actually bought Devil May Cry because I'm a big fan of Devil May Cry. But
Have you played DMC5 already?
yeah, I played it a few years ago and I got super, super close, but I did that thing that I always do where when a part of the game that I can't get past starts to annoy me, I just never play it again. And it happens to be the final boss, which I regret now because I'm 34, not 26 or whatever it was when I played it.
So you're going to go back and you're going to right that wrong on Switch 2?
Knowing me, it'll be another game that I've purchased on Switch 2 that I don't play.
Knowing you. GTA 6 costs $79.99, $89.99 for the Ultimate Edition, and $69.99 for the Standard Edition. Ultimate Edition comes with the Vintage Vice City pack, Ultimate Edition. Sorry,
Start again, Ethan. It's okay, mate. Don't worry.
Fake,
hey, we're all friends.
Fake. Honest slot Instagram posts. Now I've got this wrong.
It's again.
Standard edition of GTA 6, 70 quid. It comes with 1 month of GTA Plus. What is GTA Plus? Does anyone know? I googled GTA Plus and I couldn't find anything.
Is it a subscription service within a game? Because
it's
if it
a
is,
subscription
I'm
service
guessing
that Rockstar says gives you monthly. It's like the battle pass in the sense it'll give you in-game currency monthly, and then it'll unlock other stuff, and then also apparently you get access to older Rockstar games. The thing that I didn't understand was whether GTA Plus is already a thing or whether it's going to be a new thing for this game and GTA Online going forward. It seems the latter.
I mean, I'm guessing there will be some sort of club within the Rockstar games, but to that point, even the fact that they've re-announced it for this probably shows they want to get people comfortable with the fact that there is going to be more DLC coming and a shed load within the online version.
Yeah,
is the online version launching day of release?
Hope not.
It doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like it. It seems like it's going to be coming at some point in the future. I don't know when that is, which was quite funny. I was listening to Kind of Funny Games Daily when they were talking about it, and all of these developers and publishers are moving around release dates because the GTA 6 release day is like the boogeyman, but now that GTA Online is seemingly not coming at launch, there's like a second boogeyman has entered the chat. So it could be 3 months, it could be a year, but the boogeyman's coming, game devs. So you'll have to check those calendars once again.
Lock the doors.
Yeah. So if you pre-order it, you get the Vice City, Vintage Vice City pack, which it makes the character look like Patrick Swayze.
Sick.
You get different outfits for Jason and Lucia, the two playable characters. It looks cool, obviously. That's a cool thing that you get. But the Ultimate Edition, which is an extra, what's that, 20 quid, is it?
Mm-hmm. It's $20, so I guess to do the same.
Yeah, on PS5 digital now, it's 70 for standard, 90 for Ultimate. I don't know if it's a slightly different price on Xbox, if someone could check that for me. While I pull up the Ultimate Bundle, like, it seems like cosmetic stuff. You get access to different cosmetic shops, and you get like an additional vehicle that kind of looks, it's a 95 Grotti Cheetah, kind of looks like the car that Jordan Belfort like pulls himself out of in Wolf of Wall Street. And then so it looks like it's a nice smattering of like cosmetic stuff that you get as you play through the story. So to be fair, I mean, 20 quid for what are ultimately cosmetics and a little bit more game content is obviously a large amount of money.
Yeah.
But loads of other developers have been doing that for years, and it doesn't seem to be done in a way that's as nice as this, where it seems to be sprinkled throughout the campaign, which I think is quite good. I mean, the price-wise, obviously, that's a lot of money to pay for a game, but as of speaking these words on this hot Thursday night in June, on the Nintendo store, Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 edition is $66.99. So and I think that game is worth that for what it's worth. But 70 quid for GTA 6 for me, you're gonna get it's that I've said this a billion times before, but you go to the cinema, you're spending minimum £25 for 2 hours of your life. You're probably gonna get 100 hours out of this game, so. Good investment, and obviously a lot of time and effort has gone into developing this game. A lot of people have worked on it. So I can't remember exactly who it was that said this, but I was listening to someone talking about game development and game development cost the other day, and they said that it might have been Jason Schreier actually. They said that it's less about, or it could have been Kind of Funny actually, could have been Blessing. They said it's less about the fact that the games are going up in price and more like we're not getting paid more money as well. Do you get what I mean? Like that's what these things cost to make. And so if people are annoyed about it, are you annoyed that they're charging us more money hungry, or is it just the fact that things cost a lot of money nowadays? You know what I mean?
I think it's a bit of both. So I think the kind of takeaway from my side, and it kind of comes at an interesting time. So we're recording this on the 25th of June, and today there's been a price increase for pretty much every Apple device. Go on, Carl. You can
No, I'm just gonna put in the WhatsApp, but you carry on.
Okay. Pretty much every Apple device, like the most noticeable of all of them is, I think, one of the Pro kind of machines, which gone up by like $500. I don't know what the UK price is going to be. But because of all of that, significant kind of price increases. I think, is it Xbox as well announced today that they're going to be increasing prices on all their consoles and actually retiring the 2 terabyte version of the Series X.
Yeah.
So there's like clearly a concern in terms of RAM and production on hardware. In terms of software development, I think maybe like 5-6 years ago when we were podding then, I was a pretty big advocate of saying that games should be more expensive, because I did feel at that point we were paying maybe 40 quid for a game. And I think it was Breath of the Wild that came out that pushed that by 10 quid more. And I think that was the first of like the Switch Nintendo exclusives where they were charging $49.99 or 50 quid or whatever it was. So in my eyes, to your point, Heath, you are getting hundreds of hours out of a game, and the value exchange of that should be monetarily not the same as what it would be hour to hour for a film, because otherwise that would be extortionate. But I'm not balking at the price of $89.99. What I do have a bit of an issue with is the accessibility of that for people that, like, everyone's going to play that game. And in my mind, the way that Take-Two are probably making so much money off previous versions of GTA, like, there's such a thing as like price modeling, and there's such a thing as like having a bit of a sunken cost to begin with, to know that you're going to make a bit of a loss to begin with to get that install base up. If that game doesn't drop in price for like 2-3 years, then it will be doing something that previous GTAs and Red Deads haven't done, which is clawing in $89.99 from new people buying PlayStation 5s, buying your Xboxes almost religiously for like 3-4 years. Whereas in previous versions of that game, previous GTAs, like that was coming down pretty rapidly, or was already at an entry point that was pretty affordable.
Yeah. And
So
then
you're
also
gonna-
you have the new versions of it as well, because don't forget that, I mean, GTA 5, I got GTA 5 for free. You can get GTA 5 very cheap. I remember in the Argos catalogue, when you're looking at the PS2 games,
The Argos catalogue.
PS2 catalogue, the PS2
Argos
games
catalogue.
in the Argos catalogue stayed for time, because obviously the PS2 was around for ages, and San Andreas was in there for fucking years, and you could get San Andreas at one point for a tenner, and like, but also with GTA 5, they did the PS4 and the Xbox One versions of that game, but that's not necessarily going to happen here, because it seems like we're a long ways away from getting the next generation of consoles based on this price issue. I don't know whether... I think it will come down in price over the year, like you say, depending on when this online thing comes out and when GTA Plus... how GTA Plus plays into that. Is there a world in which when GTA Online comes out, you can just access it with GTA Plus and pay a monthly fee, and then the campaign at that point is like, I don't know,
Yeah, but then that cost
£10
is still...
off or 20, I don't know.
So, like, again, I've got no issue. If 90 quid gets me everything, 90 quid gets me a subscription, that's amazing. It's not going to, and like, but then you've got a Spotify subscription, Netflix, Disney Plus, Now TV, Apple TV. Like, then on top of that, some people have got subscriptions for their cars. My Tesla does, which is frustrating. That's £10 a month. Not to mention then like utilities
get
in
with that?
general.
The break.
Yeah. It means I'm not a fascist, basically. So you get all these kind of subscription challenges. I think the biggest problem I've got, or like, again, I've said Death Rattle before about Pokemon cards and like 30th celebration. The Death Rattle for like the economy at the moment is the fact that maybe 2-3 years ago people were financing consoles. Now it feels like they're going to have to start financing games. And that to me is the biggest concern, is when people are looking at a 90 quid game going, I'm not going to be able to afford that, I'll pay it in 3. And you've got Xbox coming out today saying about affordability of their console, and they've introduced, installment options and hand it back options. And like, if people can't afford to play these games, like, what's the fucking point? like make it as accessible and affordable as possible, especially when you own the biggest franchise.
I wonder if
So,
it'll be on
yeah,
GeForce now.
it won't be, not for the interim. It'll
Probably will be eventually, won't it? But
well,
it won't be
it'll
for a
be on
while.
everything eventually.
The value. You are
Lord
right.
of the Rings is on everything now. Like it'll bastardize itself across Now TV, Netflix. It's on Amazon Prime now and again. But like it's because it can do that now. It's because it's made its money. But what Rockstar are dangerously doing is they're setting a new precedent for AAA. Well, let's call it quadruple A games. The additional A for the amount of time that people play it. And they're basically saying, one, you've got to subscribe to something within the game now to be ahead of it. Similar to like Ultimate Team with FIFA, which I've got a problem with as well. And then on top of that, the actual initial cost of the game is prohibitive. Don't think that's fair.
I think that how much is the average game on PS5? 60 quid? 70?
No, they threaten that. It's not anymore. So
But
I'll do that research when you talk.
Flagship AAA title. So how much was God of War Ragnarok when that came out? $59.99.
I think so, yeah.
To me, like the value, and obviously the game's not out, so we don't know for sure. But obviously the value proposition of an extra tenner for GTA 6 is just like it will be worth it. I don't know. It's just
Final Fantasy Resonance $44.99. UFC 6 is 60. Yeah, or PS5. Sorry. UFC 6 is $64.99. Adventures of Elliot $54.99. Dragon Quest Monsters $44.99. Kingdom Hearts Collection $61.99. Jesus.
Again, Breath of the Wild, not the same console, but Breath of the Wild 2, $66.99 currently, which is kind of bullshit because you can get it cheaper, but just going off digital storefront.
So again,
RRP prices.
The cost of these games vary. I mean, you've got Campaign Evolved, Halo, $44.99 on PS5. So like it varies between 45 quid to 65 quid, depending on what the publisher's charging for it. So 89 for the best game, in theory, of the last probably decade is not a terrible idea.
So you were saying about people are financing games rather than financing consoles, which is a really good point. But I guess it reminds me of the news articles that you see about people putting Uber Eats orders on Klarna and shit like that.
Yeah.
Which is just the reality of the world that we live in now.
Yeah, but that's silly though. There's an element of that where I think that person isn't making good decisions in their life.
There is, but then there's also an element of like someone who's in the 20s out of uni that doesn't have a lot of money, that's in a job. They just want a fat scram when they come in. Like, I don't hold it against you for paying in free on a Mackey's order, to be honest. Obviously, it would have to be a few World Cup meals, and you'd have to get the Thierry Henry Cup and like the David Beckham Cup. But if you pay in 30 days on a fat Mackey's order on a Friday night, like valid, because we all deserve to buy nice things and spend a bit of money every now and again. But what I'm thinking about this is right, subscription services. Netflix. So I'm the sort of person, I think you can get Netflix for $4.99 or $5.99 if you have ads on it. I'm the sort of person that has to watch. If I know that I can get something in better quality, I have to do that. So I have to pay for the 4K Netflix, which I think is like $16.99 a month or some shit like that, right? If I pay in 3 for GTA 6 and it's 70, what's the fucking maths on that? I'm tired. 25 quid, it's £25 a month or something, is it? £23 a month. So it's not a world away. And then if I decide to cancel my subscription in my head after 3 months because I'm not enjoying the game anymore, then it's paid. And then, but if I cancel my subscription, I still have it. I don't know. Does that make any sense? What I'm saying? Like, I just think I wonder, that conversation's probably gone round in the offices quite a bit of, is there a world in which we can have you buy GTA 6 for pay £15 a month and you have access to GTA 6, but then obviously because they're starting off with the single player campaign out of the gate, then how long does the campaign take to beat? Let's say 60 hours for the average playthrough or whatever, or are you bombing through or whatever, then you cancel it. I don't know. Don't know what that data looks like, but I don't know. It's an interesting debate.
Data is interesting, and I agree that is the optimal way for it to work on a consumer basis. But it's now a corporate machine going, we're not going to, we don't need to put this on Game Pass day one because everyone's going to want this game. And if they don't want it, they're going to see the reviews, and because we've got more resources than anyone else and development teams coming out of our ears, we're going to be in a situation where this game's going to be incredibly well reviewed and lauded as insanely detailed. Other than the remakes of 3, Vice City, and San Andreas that were botched. Apart from them, they've never put a foot wrong. Even with some of the weird shit they did, like table tennis, they've rarely, or the Warriors, they've rarely
Table tennis was amazing. I love that game.
That's what I said. I just said it was great. And the Warriors,
you call it weird shit?
It's weird shit. Table tennis game from Rockstar. It was weird at the time. So was the Warriors. Again, from a film, which is fantastic, by the way. But you get what I'm saying. They very, very rarely put a foot wrong. And the fact they've got the financial muscle to create the McDonald's equivalent of video games that nobody can refuse is insane. And again, it would be stupid from a business brain to go, they're not going to do, that they would put that on Game Pass, or they would put that on PS Plus, or they would put that on, Switch, whatever it's called, Switch Online, day one, because they don't need to do that. Same way that Apple don't need to care about whether or not the new Lightning port's going to be compatible with the peripherals that you've got at home. They don't need to care. So it's market dominance. It's not great, and we just have to kind of suck it up a bit. And I kind of equate it as well to if a plane decides it wants to charge you for extra baggage, there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to suck it up and pay it, or choose not to take baggage on the plane. Yeah. Take-Two can do what they want.
There's part of me, and this is a losing battle, but there's part of me that resents the fact that if I buy the standard version of GTA for £70, there's content that is in the game from day one that I have to pay more money to access. I mean, that's a 15-year-old gripe at this point, but at the same time, £70 for GTA 6, I think as well, because this game's so mainstream, people are like, 70 quid. But that shit's been happening for a while at this point. People have been trying it. Nintendo did it with Mario Kart World. People be doing that. So
how many kids' parents have to pay for Fortnite monthly, or the equivalent of whatever Minecraft have got? Because there will be something, or Roblox, and these kind of free-to-play games where there is a subscription cost that makes the cost of that game more than 120 quid a year. There's going to be plenty of it.
I've had the Fortnite Battle Pass the past 2 months because I've been absolutely smashing that. Shout out Droid Tycoon. I'm on Super Rebirth 2, level 53, R2-D2 event incoming over the weekend, and my god, I'm going to be smashing that, tell you. Got the Golden Bender skin from the Fortnite store. The great thing about that...
I'd play Fortnite, by the way. I love that game. You know how much I love that game.
Let's drop in. I'll help you
Pick
out
a spot.
on Droid Tycoon. What I would say, any parents out there listening, savvy parents, would be if you buy the Fortnite Battle Pass through a Nintendo, you have to opt in. I think you can definitely opt out, or you have to opt in for it to be a continuous payment. So if your kid is playing Fortnite at that time, and then a month later they're not playing it anymore, and then they come back to it, you're not going to get continually charged, which I think is really good, because then you wouldn't be paying £120 a year. You might pay £60 because your kid will ebb and flow, won't they, depending on what they're playing. So I think that's a really good thing. I also think the value for what you get, I've not been playing Battle Royale really, but I think for what you get from Fortnite, I think it's worth it, to be fair. If you're playing the game enough, you sink enough time into it. But yeah,
I think Epic probably nails it, and I think with that Battle Pass, don't you get a heap of other stuff in other games? Yeah, so you get Rocket League stuff as well.
It's even Rocket League's Battle Pass. The amount we played it basically paid for itself every month because we got enough points back that we could just rebuy the Battle Pass.
Yeah, it's a little bit more. What's the word?
Getting a word.
What's the word when someone doesn't like to spend money?
Frugal.
Frugal.
Yeah, it's a little bit. That was the word I was looking for, but it's not the right word. It's a little bit harder to do that now because you get V-Bucks with the battle pass like you used to. But like you're saying, you used to be able to do it where you could pay for the next one. You can't quite do that anymore. And also, some of the skins that they're offering, you can't fucking say no, mate. Like I say, I got Bender from Futurama running around Jar Jar Binks. I got the big one from Toy Story, the rocket that Sid has fucking strapped to my back. You know what I mean? Like it's going off. You can buy fucking Maxes and shit like that. You got Darth Maul running around with Air Maxes on. Like take my money. You know what I mean?
The just while we're on the subject of cost stuff, curious because I think we spoke about this ages ago about how we thought it was going to be amazing, but the Steam machine, Karl, what are you thinking? It's very expensive now.
Spenny boy in it. It's very expensive. Yeah. I saw a few videos about it the other day where people were trying to basically build a comparable machine and to see how much it would cost. And so it's I think the base model is 879 in the UK, and people are like going on PC Part Picker and building out something which is a comparable spec for just over 500.
That's wild.
It's not the best, is it?
Yeah, I think.
What's the form factor of the 500 though?
Cube.
Is it
just a QB style PC?
Or GameCube? Yeah.
It's pretty. It's cool. It's nice. You can pay a little bit more and you get the new controller they've got, which will be cool because the Steam Deck controller, the Steam Deck's controller interface was really good. But it just feels a bit expensive. The only thing I think maybe they're only saving grace is if people start to build games to match that spec like they did with the Steam Deck, maybe that'll become like a standard and that'll make it popular, but it feels a bit too expensive.
I think that will happen though, because it's like we've been saying in some of the older episodes, is because of this price of consoles now. I wouldn't say we'd see a plateau, but like on the PS3, for instance, the look of PS3 launch titles versus at the end of the PS3's life cycle, like the graphics and the performance was amazing because they'd managed to get the most out of the console. All developers now are going to have to meet the consumer because people can't afford to pay more for these consoles. So it's not going to be massive leaps. It's going to be like making things that will run optimally on your existing shit. Which is good for me. Like, I mean, the price of the Steam Deck's gone up, hasn't it? I've had a Steam Deck for 4 years or something.
I think the saving grace of this is if somebody buys this to be a PC as well as a gaming console, it gives you a gaming console. Like, because Xbox now, if you go on the Xbox app, which I've been doing since I've been playing Bond, they've now got like an Xbox only button, and it goes like a full screen mode, and it's like as if PC was just an Xbox. Fine, that's the direction to go in. Cool. I think the saving grace for them will be if you use it as a console, but then also you can flip to using it as your standard PC. The problem being, of course, is that it's a learning space PC, so your average person isn't going to want that, unfortunately, because they
won't know how to use it as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy, but it's not what people are used to.
Have you ever used your Steam Deck as a PC in any other circumstances other than to install like non-Steam games or non-Steam apps?
I have, but I'm not a standard user.
Yeah, true.
I did as well, but Karl did it, and it was for the novelty of it, which I still totally agree. I remember when I got the first iPad, by the way, and I jailbroke that just so I could use SNES controller, the Wavebird on it, and play Mario Kart.
What was the name of the original app store that you had? Cydia?
Siri?
I think it was Cydia. Cydia.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, what a time to be alive. Oh.
I know. Play Tapped Out with unlimited coins.
I'm not going to non sequitur too much because I mean we've been going a decent amount now, and it's I love talking with you two guys. I really do.
Me too.
But I was thinking the other day, games on App Store and Play Store that just go, and then they're just gone forever.
Yeah, I'm ready for this comment.
There's a Crash Bandicoot Endless Runner called Crash Bandicoot on the Run. I definitely spent 25 quid on that for nothing.
Sorry, how about this for a mobile game in the Play Store?
What is it?
Guild Wars. Full Fat Guild Wars is now been ported to Android. You can play Guild Wars on your phone.
Hell yeah!
It's sick, and it's my old account from
25
years ago. Yeah, all my old characters are there.
Have you told Pete yet? Because Pete will lose.
I told Pete today.
I was going to say he'd lose his mind over that, and he's got an Android phone. So
old school RuneScape mobile was an absolute game changer.
happy is. That should be the. You need to take a picture of yourself holding that, and that can be the thumbnail.
Yeah, there's application software like Flashpoint. Software applications like Flashpoint that allow you to play.
We don't call them apps in North.
They allow you to play a lot of Macromedia Flash games from back in the day on your computer, but there's not necessarily anything. There's BlueStacks. I don't know. I'm not enough in the space, but like Angry Birds is not exactly going in the Criterion collection of games per se, but it's an iconic series of games. Half of them are not fucking available anymore.
No. If you go to Dead Good Cards, there's a version of Flappy. Was it Flappy Bird? You said
Flappy Bird. I would title it Dong. Is it Dong Nguyen, the developer?
Yeah.
Dong, if you're listening to this, it's a Flappy Bird inspired experience, but it's a unique and independent developed game. Just for.
Isn't there a thing that he was trying to sell it at one point, or nearly sold it for like £1 million or something?
I think he delisted it because he said, "This isn't working. I didn't mean what I did with this." And then it was on Apple TV devices or Fire TV devices or something like that. You can get a version of Flappy Bird somehow, but not on your mobile. The best Flappy Bird-esque experiences, when you go into those arcades and they have like a fuck off massive Flappy Bird.
Yeah, there's one in New Brighton. Yeah,
that's really
and
cool.
Southport. Yeah.
Okay, Rockstar. Best of luck. Up and coming studio, they're releasing a new game later this year, and I hope it does well.
Indie studio.
Yeah. What else did I want to touch on?
Touch me.
I did want to touch on Galactic Racer, but I guess we can do that again. To be fair,
we've got to talk about it. Come on,
do you want to?
We can be like 3 minutes.
Okay. Galactic Racer. I mean, pod racing is my favorite aspect of Star Wars.
It
Obviously,
looks
Episode 1
phenomenal.
Racer class. Racer Revenge. People don't like that as much. I loved it. It's one of my favourites. This game looks fucking unbelievable. There's much more preview stuff because people were playing it at Summer Games Fest at the behind closed doors preview events. Some of the stuff looks good. I think the thing that's most exciting for me is when it's revealed, you're like, new pod racing game. Then you've seen all these speeders and speeder bikes and kind of pod racer looking things, but they're not pod racers. They're like connected speeder bike things. And I'm thinking, how does this link in with pod racing? It seems like pod racing is a separate mode because we're talking about Formula One versus, I don't know what's it? Yeah.
Been invited to that.
Graphics look really good.
Oh, very nice. But yeah, the graphics look unbelievable. The pod racing separated. I think the thing that I thought was amazing is the HUD for the pod racing mode feels very nostalgic and reminiscent of the original games and like the Phantom Menace sequence. And then also you've got these moments where you can walk around in the hub and upgrade your pod, which is kind of
very like
Forza-y. Exactly.
Horizons.
And then it's got the Burnout camera angle stuff of when people crash that looks ripped straight from Burnout. Looks fucking unbelievable. Can't wait.
In my head, this is exactly what Pod Racer looked like on the N64.
Yeah. Well, I thought
but it's not.
Yeah. I thought the same thing about the the Racer arcade machine, like the Sega one, which amazing thing. That has like a first person mode, and obviously because the cabinet's like a cockpit where it has the levers. There's some gameplay footage out there you can find of someone first person as Sir Bulba's pod, and that looks exactly how I remember the Sega arcade game looking.
Sega.
Yeah.
The fact that they've encapsulated what is fun about watching that film, because that is probably the most fun in that. Apart from to be fair, no, that film is fantastic. I think I love most of the parts of that film.
Highest highs and lowest lows.
Exactly that. But that N64 game was elite as well. So the fact, I think that it is more of a homage to the game than it is the scenes within the film is fantastic. And then again, turn into the fact that they've got the Burnout devs or some of the Burnout devs working on it, to your point, to kind of recreate that part of it is just, it's a match made in heaven. It's like when you do those things of going, mix two games up. Or a game with a certain function from another game, and you go, I want the Nemesis system from this, and put it in that game. Then it felt like that, and like put in the Burnout mechanics into a pod racing game is like, yeah. So exactly. Very excited to play it.
And it's got roguelike elements as well. You have, and as you progress into different championships, you get like different unique sort of randomized roll table of power-ups and upgrades and things like that. So it's going to give it a lot of replayability. I think the story mode feels like it's going to be separated from the pod racing element, so I'm interested to see how that works, because the pod racing bit seems more like an arcade thing. So I'm interested. Also, the character customization and the speed and like vehicle customization looks really good as well.
We haven't really got a long time to wait, so it's
October,
6th of October. It's a release date.
Yeah. No word on any other.
Ecuador 2, Germany 1.
Is it?
Yeah, I just saw that goal. I thought it was going to get chalked off.
Very nice.
See that message?
Yeah, it was on the cards, that one. Which it was. Yeah, curious about that. Liverpool have been quiet.
We're after Jan.
Yeah. He's injured, isn't he?
He's injured, yeah, great.
What's happening with Nunes? Are we getting him back then or what?
The rumour was...
Yeah, we've lost Cucurella. I think Fernandes is going. We've just signed a right back from somewhere or other. I can't remember where it was. He was going to go to Inter, but now he's come to us. So just like very, very strange. But it feels like they're giving Alonso the reins, which I quite like. So if they're allowing him to buy people, then hopefully we'll be in a better situation. If we clear some dead weight out, then it's not a terrible thing. Plus, Hato had started perform considerably better than Cucurella in a lot of the matches. No. Plus, he's not the type of player you sell either. He's just a very, very good, like, basically that. He's just a bench player. He's like when we had Alonso. Like, I loved Alonso and I thought he was a cracking player. But when his legs went, you were like, yeah, you could probably leave for like nothing. It's fine.
Malagusto, of course, not to be confused with Malastör, which is the home planet of the Doug Sebulba, who will be playing in Star Wars Galactic Racer coming out in October.
It's what he does. It's what he does.
It's illegal.
Did you watch that 2006 Golden Generation documentary on BBC that was played after the match the other night?
No.
It was not good, but it was...
Tell us all about it, Ethan.
It was like the WAG stuff in Baden-Baden.
Oh, yeah.
And like it was talking about how there was people paragliding down into the town so that they could get photographs of the WAGs in bikinis and stuff in the hotel. I mean, it's just fucked stuff, honestly.
Oh, how
mental.
terrible. Did they get any photos?
I'm sure they did. Yeah. There's, and then it's talking about, because I remember that World Cup. That's like the first World Cup I remember properly watching. But like, to be fair, he took Theo Walcott, who had no caps, which was fuckery, which was a bit of fuckery from him. He should have took Jermaine Defoe, right? But he had Owen got injured, Rooney was already injured, and then you've got Crouchy, and then it was like the person who came off the best in that documentary was Owen Hargreaves, who put a right shift in apparently. So
I go Owen Hargreaves.
Owen Hargreaves, if you're watching the thingy. But I was thinking, people think that football fans are just toxic and like dickheads now, which they are. But like, people were booing Owen Hargreaves coming onto the pitch in the World Cup. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, that would not happen now, would it? Like, you don't boo a player coming on. Yeah, true.
I know, yeah.
True. But like, people didn't know who Owen didn't know him because he was playing in the German league and stuff. I'm just thinking, like, imagine paying all that money to go to Germany to watch a World Cup match and booing your own player when he's coming on. Like, fuck it, man.
That's 7 pints, that, isn't it?
That's absolutely ridiculous behaviour. But
before we wrap, can I tell you guys to watch something?
Go on.
No.
So have you seen Widow's Bay yet?
No.
Okay. So it's just finished. So the last episode it's on Apple TV. And director of it's Hiro Murai have you ever watched Atlanta?
No.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So Childish Gambino, Donald
this.
Glover. Yeah, Atlanta. Matthew Rhys, there's like a couple of other actors in it. Stephen Root as well, who was absolutely brilliant. And it's about an island called Widow's Bay, and it's all like supernatural stuff that's kind of going on there. And it's like 25% Parks and Rec, 75% like horror-y, kind of unsettling kind of TV show. But the kind of some of the slapstick element of it is just absolutely brilliant, and it's almost then the DNA of Lost thrown in, of like trying to figure out what the hell's kind of going on the island. like season 1 was genuinely one of the best seasons of television I've watched in the last couple of years. So I think it's up for
How many
everyone's
episodes?
street. Genuinely, really give it a go. Get past like episode 2, episode 3.
How many
and it'll
episodes are there in total?
I think it's only 10. I think it's Apple TV.
Not bad. If you used to watch Rivals,
No, I've been
Mate,
told to watch that.
absolute cinema. The Rivals, the new season of Rivals is the best show I've watched this year. The final sort of mid-season finale thing with David Tennant, fucking unbelievable, mate.
Is David Tennant in it?
Yeah, David Tennant's like the main guy, one of the main guys in it, and he's an absolute evil bastard in it. It's amazing. It's like
David
he's playing
Tennant evil is
Palpatine
very
at a TV studio.
What was the Marvel show he was in?
That would be Jessica Jones.
Yes, it was. He was
and
great.
my
in that.
favourite part from that
boyfriend.
is when he has the power to mind control people, and a guy comes up to him and he goes, "Pour that coffee on your head."
Yeah.
And the guy just pours the coffee on his head and it scalds himself.
Have you seen Good Omens with him in it?
Yeah,
I
it's
couldn't
great.
get into that.
Yeah, it's a bit
And
rough
I
to get
love
into.
Michael Sheen as well. So,
Yeah,
but
I know.
I couldn't. be
It
doing
takes a
that.
bit. Again, it's one of those where you either enjoy it or you don't. But because it's a Terry Pratchett / thingy, Neil Gaiman thing, I was like, yeah, I'll give it a go, and kind of stuck with it. So liked it.
Final season of The Bear out tomorrow as well. Can't wait for that. Bear,
It's out
one of
now.
the best shows ever. Can't wait.
Yeah,
Have
it's
you
out
watched that Gary, the short film they did with John
No,
Bernthal?
because it went unannounced, didn't it? Just basically
I know.
appeared.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, watch it. It's so good.
I need to watch that.
Yeah, it's class.
I saw Rotten Tomatoes 100% from 25 reviews for season
Bear.
4, whatever it is, 5.
5, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, 5.
Amazing. One last thing,
Oh my
which we
God.
just mentioned before. Unhinged on Netflix comes on June 30th, which is a game horror thing with Zoe Kravitz, Troy Baker, and Sadie Sink, is it, from Stranger Things?
Oh yeah.
And what you do is you scan your QR code. They've got rid of Bandersnatch now because apparently they had to update the user interface on Netflix, which is why they had to get rid of Bandersnatch.
Is that was the Black Mirror
Interactive
game?
Black Mirror game, yeah. So it seemed like they were getting rid of all this interactive TV meets game thing. You still get a lot of games through Netflix, which is a nice added perk. Unhinged, you scan your QR code on the telly, use your smartphone as the controller, and the controller will interact with the game. When you're getting phone calls, your phone will beep, stuff like that.
That's
Looks really
pretty cool.
interesting.
That's pretty
Olivia doesn't play games at all, but I'm gonna try and get her to play it with me.
Probably get Soph to try that. I like Polygon's opening headline. It says Netflix is getting a gruesome new horror game from the creators of Oxenfree, and then below it says Netflix latest game plays like Resident Evil 7 remade for the Wii U.
Wow. I mean, sign me up. Sign me up.
I don't know if it's a bad or a good thing. It's hard to tell that. I think that's an age thing that I don't know. Yeah, cool.
Folks, anything else?
It's very warm.
It's been an incredible hour talking to both of you. It's good to be back, isn't it? And
It's good to be back.
football's coming home, Star Fox is coming home, and GTA will be coming home at a high ticket price later in the
And Devil
year.
May Cry is great.
And Devil May Cry is great. Have a lovely evening, and goodbye.